4-3-2-1, a formation which allows you to maintain a strong and tight structure in the defense, whereas in the attack, you can push forward and get as many as 5 attackers running through those holes and gaps of your opponent's defense. This is what pro players are using in the AFC. You guys should too. Moving in to the tactics. Now, for your defensive tactics, I recommend having this unbalanced. Don't have any other defensive tactic. This is simply because with how defending is this year, if you lose stamina on your defenders, which you will do if you have it on pressure after heavy touch, pressure after possession loss, or constant pressure, you will find it ever more difficult to adjust and adapt to your opponent's movements on the ball, because defending is super hard when you're jockeying. You can't line up as well this year unless you're using advanced defending and the seal out technique. And even then, it can be rather difficult. So have it on balance so you have more control in your defense and the stamina does not deplete. Width is on 50, it's standard. Depth is an important one. If you have anything over 45, it activates a team press animation which forces and causes your defense to push forward and win the ball back. Anything that makes our defenders push out of their positions and leave holes and gaps will leave you vulnerable in the defense this year. And with how gaps and spaces are so easy to exploit with speed boosts and the step over speed boost, it's super important that we have this on 44. In terms of build-up play, it's unbalanced. I don't want any quicker, I don't want any slower. Balanced, as I find, is good. Players offer for the ball at a fairly decent tempo. In terms of chance creation, this is on direct passing. The 4-3-2-1, you will notice, always has a passing option, especially in the center, and that's a beauty thing about this formation. I love how you can be anywhere on the pitch and have a passing option open. It's debatable whether you will have a passing option open when it comes to the wing, and I will get into that a little bit later when it comes to how you guys should be building up. What I will say is direct passing is the best strategy and chance creation tactic for you because players will come towards you to receive the ball even more. Width is on 50, plays in the box on 6, 3 and 3 for corners and free kicks. Moving into the instructions. Now this is rather significant because the way you set your player instructions up will determine how your formation sets up defensively. Now, if you were to leave it standard, you would be vulnerable in the defense. And that's because there are pockets and gaps in between the CM, the right striker, and the right back. And vice versa, left back, left CM, and left striker. There's pockets for your opponent to exploit. As I said, any pockets or spaces to exploit can be dangerous. But if you set this up the correct way, it would be a 4-4-2 in the defense. And this is how you do that. You want to have your left striker, Vardy, on stay forward. And you want to have Campbell on, of course, balanced defensive support. Those two will stay forward as your two strikers setting up defensively. You then want to have your right centre forward on comeback on defence. He will then sit back in that right mid position. We have Kuet, who's going to be on cover centre and stay back while attacking. He will be in the centre of the pitch at that right CM position. Milner, again, cover centre and stay back while attacking. We then have your left CM on cover wing. So he will be on the standard instructions. That will sit him at that left mid position and it will set up as a 4-4-2. You then have, of course, these two defenders on balanced attack, and I'll get into that a little bit later when it comes to the attack and why you should have those on balanced attack. And of course your centre backs and your goalkeeper are on standard. Now the reason why it sets up like this is because you have a 4-4-2 in the defense, but when it comes to the attack, what will happen is you will have your two wing backs pushing forward up the wing and they will be overlapping. So attacking wise, this sets up as a 2-3-5. You're overloading the attack and your attackers are hitting the holes of your defense. As I said, anything that allows us to hit the holes, the spaces, and exploit those will benefit us in the attack because it is so hard to adjust and adapt to fast players running through those holes and spaces. And with those wing backs pushing forward, what you will notice is you can build up through the center from before the halfway point, and you will always have a passing option because of the direct passing tactic. Then, as you get past halfway, your wing backs will overlap, which will then provide you options out wide. You can then You can take the ball out wide to your overlapping wing back as you progress over the halfway line, and then recycle the ball back into the middle where the spacing gaps open up from the wing. It is a very viable way of attacking this year, a very, very effective formation both in the attack and in the defense, only though if you have the specific instructions set as I've outlined for you. That will signal the end of it. It's the custom tactics and player instructions for our 4-3-2-1 formation. Pro players are using it. It's very effective this year. I highly recommend it. I am coaching one-on-one on patreon.com. If you want to be a part of that, the link is down below. I've got even a lobby in there which allows you to request personalized tutorials for me to upload for you and the Patreon, so check it out. The link is down below. But I'm out. Subscribe, like, sayonara, au revoir, adios, salam, ciao. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code DylanEtsATP at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.